welcome to my channel. It's a new day and we're going to do music, but not our normal music. Today I'm doing what I call the supplemental from the Sunday Live reaction. I normally do that on Mondays, but we had to take care of our grandkids on Sunday and Monday because our daughter was having surgery done, and so I didn't have time. So I'm getting to it today. So what this is when I do the Sunday Live reactions, I get way more requests than I can handle in 3 hours. And so I take the excess requests and I save them. And then I do them in the supplemental. So that's what I'm doing now. This is kind of in the same format as I do the live reactions. In other words, it's just one reaction after another without my normal, break between them. I don't make separate videos. In other words, it's all one big video with all of the reactions in it. So I hope you enjoy this. Before we get into the music, I do want to thank you for your support. Thank you for everything that you do for my channel. It's astounding. It's amazing to me. It's unbelievable. And I can't thank you enough. I really can't. So thank you. Thank you. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist. I do that same thing with the Sunday Lives and with the supplemental. If an artist has a playlist, when I react to it in the supplemental or in the live reaction, I will add their playlist to the video so that you know when you go look at the playlist, if you see the graphic that I use for live reactions, you will know that in that live reaction, somewhere in it, there is a reaction to that particular song. And the way that you find it is by either going to the index and looking to see the timestamp for when it starts, or just taking your mouse or your finger and going across the timeline at the bottom, and you'll see little breaks in it. If you mouse over it or finger over it, you'll see that there's a name of the song there, and then you can find your song that way. So either way, it works fine. Okay. I also I do put the links to the songs in the description for every song that I react to, but I don't put a lot of Wikipedia stuff like I normally do with a single reaction, because it would be too much. I also don't put the link to the reaction request form because I'm not accepting new requests right now. I've got over 2,900 in my queue. I've got to take care of those. So, but I do live stream on Sunday and do a supplemental from the live stream normally on Monday. So you can come to the live stream on Sunday at 4 p.m. UTC on Rumble, and you can make a request in the chat. And if I don't get to it on Sunday, I'll get to it in the supplemental like I'm doing now. Okay? So the first request that I have is, and some of these names are funny to me. Slime J.I. says this song is from the game Metal Gear Solid 3. Okay? So what I see on the screen is Snake Eater. Apparently that's the name of the song. All right. So this is Snake Eater from Metal Gear Music Collection 3, I guess it is. I don't know.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my love a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd lie to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Okay. Wow. That that was like a big band sound. It was like a James Bond sound. It was a really unique combination of sounds, I think. And I thought her voice was impressive. She had tremendous breath control. I don't know who she is because it's not identified here. Maybe I'll figure that out before I upload it, but we'll see. But that was a good song. I like that. But it really, especially because of the brass towards the end, it reminded me of several James Bond songs, theme songs for James Bond movies. Very interesting. I don't know what this is, Metal Gear Collection. Metal Gear Music Collection. I don't know if that's a group or what that is, but I'll try to figure that out later. Okay, Heavens to Murgatroyd 11 says, apparently this song was a hit, banned from the airwaves back in 1970 because it gave kids nightmares. 'Twas always based on a true story. And he doesn't tell me what it is. So let's see. Okay, this is Blood Rock 2. And the name of the song is DOA. Wow, okay. That's interesting. I wonder what this is about. I think maybe somebody dead on arrival. All right, here we go.
Looking at the ceiling,
Someone lays a sheet across my chest. Something warm is flowing down my fingers. Pain is flowing all through my back. I tried to move my arm and there's no feeling. And when I look, I see there's nothing there. The face beside me stopped, it's wholly bleeding. The girl I knew has such a distant stare. Something in the air. I remember we were flying alone, and there's something in the air. Straight at the attendant. His face is pale as it can be. He bends and whispers something softly. He says, "There's no chance for me." Something in the air. I remember we were flying alone, and there's something in the air. Life is flowing out my body. Pain is flowing out with my blood. The sheets are red and moist where I'm lying. God in heaven, teach me how to die. Something in the air. I remember we were flying alone, and it's something in the air.
wild. That was wild. The way that they wrote this song, they made it deliberately scary, creepy sounding. And there were interesting parts in there where there was no percussion at all, which is fascinating. I don't recall ever seeing that before in a song where there was just zero percussion for an extended period of time. And the way they ended it, it was kind of like, he's singing about how they were flying along, and all of a sudden they got hit, and he's laying on the ground, he's bleeding out. And the way that they ended the song, it was kind of like you could almost see the life force draining out of him as you could hear the ambulances come, the sirens approaching. It was like you could almost feel the life force draining out of him just from the way that they did the music. I guess I can see where this. What did he say? Okay, it gave kids nightmares. Yeah, I can see where this could do that for children, not so much for adults. Although maybe, if you have a fear of flying, it might get to you. That was an interesting song. It's kind of fascinating to me to see all of the different things that songwriters think about and write about. It's the entire gamut of life, I guess. Fascinating stuff. My next request was from Jimbo Galligan. He writes, 90s R&B with a funky bass line, big band elements, and soulful vocals. This song is just an overall vibe. Or lit AF, as the kids call it. I'm not going to say that, but you know what it means. I'm pretty sure you do. If you don't, look it up. Just ask Google or really, any AI machine will tell you what that means. Lit AF. That's funny. One thing I should tell you about is when I queue these up, I often get ads with them, and I just I have my system set up so that you don't have to hear them, but I have to listen to them, and so sometimes I'll talk over them, sometimes I'll just be quiet and I'll cut it out. Just depends on how I feel. This song is Mint Condition, Breaking My Heart, Pretty Brown Eyes, official music video. Never heard of these guys. Mint Condition. Huh. Here we go.
Keep holding what you gonna do? Yeah, quit breaking my heart. Yeah, I'm breaking my heart. Yeah, breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Yeah. I just wanna know one thing. Will you be with me? Here comes my darling. Here comes romance. Here comes my love. Hey, 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 ooh. Quit breaking my heart. Breaking my heart. Yeah. Breaking my
Well, that was great stuff. You're right. It was a great bass, and it just the singer had a great ability to time the phrasing in such a way that it just gave it a real fascinating sound and fascinating beat to it. You know, he could he could speed up and slow down the phrasing in such a way that it just made it really funky. And I love that kind of sound. I just really do. It's just, you know, it gets inside of you. It's a good, wonderful sound that's it's hard to duplicate or replicate, but when you hear it, you know it right away. And this was one of those. It just, I'm struggling for a way to describe it. It's like luscious, buttery smooth, and delicious. And those are crazy words to use with music, but it's the best way I know to describe it. It's just a really great sound, really fantastic. That was good stuff. The next request that I have is from Chris, 1976. He requested Doidos. Doidos is a multi-instrumentalist and a busker who can sing as well. Video title is I Ask If She Knows Journey. And this singer, you know, there's a funny thing about Rumble has a limit on the characters that you can type. And so it cut him off before he completed his thought. So he actually wrote a comment, and I copied the comment over so I could read it. He says, my request on the live stream cut off halfway through the sentence. I requested Doidos, who is a multi-instrumentalist, a busker on the street, a singer, and a guitar shredder. He invites people on the street to sing with him, and the singers he invites to sing with him, a lot of them are pretty good singers. I was number 28th on your live stream, so you probably won't get to my request for the supplemental. But if you do, my request got cut off halfway the sentence, so you won't be able to find it. The full YouTube search video title is I Ask If She Knows Journey and This Singer Steals the Show. I think I might actually know, or might actually have seen this guy before. Let me put this name in there. If it's who I think it is, he's got long hair, which that's not exactly unusual for musicians. But let's see. Yep, that's him. I Ask If She Knows Journey, and this Nashville singer steals the show. Okay. Oh, wait. I Ask If She Knows Journey, and this singer steals the show. So this may be this is a different one. Okay. So I think this is the one he's asking for. So let me get the URL so I won't forget that, because I got to put that in the index. And when you come to the live show, what I suggest you do, he says, P.S. Now, Doidas made multiple videos with exactly the same video title I mentioned above with other female singers, but the difference is this video I suggested has 18 million views, unlike the other videos with other singers who have much less views. How many? Let's see. I gotta blow this up so I can see it. Yeah, this has 18 million views. Okay, so we got the right song. All right. Okay, so, and this might not actually be the guy I thought it was. He looks different. But anyway, this is Doidas. I Ask If She Knows Journey, and this singer steals the show. So this, I think, is going to be good. Here we go.
Very good. Very good.
Are you kidding?
That's
It's hard
great.
to end that song, isn't it?
That's great. That's
You can't end it on F.
give it up to Katie. Katie, give it up. That was really good. Was that really good or what? Yes. By any chance, do you know Journey Don't Stop Believing?
I mean, I could try. Could I?
Do you know the lyrics?
Yeah, I can pull up the lyrics.
Okay, okay. Cause okay.
Probably need the lyrics.
Okay.
I want on a career.
Would a key of G be okay for you? Try it. It'll work, okay. Okay, now that I heard her voice, we're gonna try Journey Don't Stop Believing. But she's gonna pull up the lyrics, and so we'll see how it goes. She has the lyrics already. Give me 30 seconds.
All right.
I'm gonna lay a beat down.
All right.
That's great. No. What are you talking about? Give it up to Katie. That was fantastic. We've never played that song before. That's great. That's great.
Okay. I wasn't impressed. I really wasn't. It was okay, but I thought she started in too low of a key, and then when she sang the chorus, it was just, I don't know, it was just too mellow for me. That I love that song. It's a fantastic song, but it's not even close to the best I've ever heard. I don't know how she got 18 million views on this. Maybe it's the song, because I know everyone loves this song. Well, not everyone, but lots of people love it because it's a great song. It's a fantastic song. I just wasn't that impressed. I'm sorry. I've heard better. That's for sure. I hope I didn't disappoint you. But if I did, that's too bad. You get my opinion on this show. You don't get, what do they call it? Sycophant. I'm not a sycophant. No, sirree, Bob, I'm not. No, sir. I will give you my honest opinion every time. My next request is from OG Papa Smurf. And I got to tell you, OG Papa Smurf is from Australia. And I don't know exactly what time it is in Australia when I start my live, but it's got to be almost middle of the night. And he comes to my show. It's mind-boggling that he would do that. So I gave him a shout out in the live. And this is his request, is react to Bloodwind Pig Up and Coming 2018 remaster. Bloodwind Pig is the British equivalent of Chicago. So let's see. We put this in there and search for it. And there it is, right at the top. Okay. Okay, so this one just started right up, no ads at all. So I'm just going to flip over and we're going to watch it together. Here we go.
Save yourself some trouble, baby. Go out and buy a brand new car. Drive away from here. Go find yourself a yourself some diamonds, baby. If that's the things you wanna, if that's the things you wanna wear. 'Cause you know I ain't got no money to spend on you. I just ain't got time. Ain't got time to chase you round. You know I won't try to keep you, woman. I just don't want to burden your life down. Get your man to buy you some pearls and a fur coat, baby. I know that's the thing you wanna wear. Cause woman, I ain't got no money to spend on you. I just ain't got the time to run you round. I won't try to keep you, woman. I just don't want to burden your life down.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. You know I love the blues to begin with. And I got to be honest with you. I think that the guys who come to my, guys and gals that come to my Sunday live show, I think a lot of the songs they pick is because they think I'm going to like them. And they have good taste, because I like that one. That's the blues, baby. That is the blues, and I love the blues. That's some great sound. Just tremendous. I love the way that the trumpet played very quietly, and then they brought in the flute at various places. It's just a really, just a very tasteful presentation of the blues. The singer was good, but I would have liked for him to have had some graveliness to his voice. The graveliness is what makes the blues really soar. And he didn't have that. His voice was very pure and clean, but not bad. I'm not saying it was bad. It just wasn't, I guess, what I'm used to when it comes to the blues. But boy, this was good stuff. This was good stuff. Thank you, OG Papa Smurf, for asking for that one. because that was great. I really did enjoy that. I forgot to get the URL for this one, so let me get that real quick so I don't forget it. When I make the index, I have to include the name of the song and the name of the group or singer and the URL, and so I'm really bad about forgetting to get the URL. Okay, this next request is from Fuzzed Out Bass 33, and his request is for Crow singing Evil Woman, Don't Play Your Games With Me from 1969. Oh man, this is good stuff. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Sometimes I'll have multiple versions of a song when I go look for it, and so it's good if you give me the exact description that comes with the video, because then I can make sure I get the right one. Like the one that I did for what was his name? Doidas? Yeah, I guess it's Doividas. Excuse me. I guess Doividas is the name, but see, in the description, he said, if I ask if she knows Journey and this singer steals the show. There was more than one with that title, as he pointed out, but because he gave me the exact title, I was able to get the right one. And of course, he also told me it had 18 million views, so I could confirm that as well. But anyway, this next song is Crow. And this is something I always have to do, is double check I've got it on the right screen, because I have actually done reactions live where I'm on the wrong screen and you can't hear the music at all. All you can hear is me reacting, which is kind of goofy. But you know, I'm old. You got to cut me some slack. So this is Crow. Evil Woman, Don't Play Your Games With Me, 1969.
Aunque te asombre, tú y yo nos diferenciamos muy poco.
I see the look of evil in your eyes. You've been filling me up full of lies. Tomorrow will not change your shameful deed. You will bear someone else's fertile seed. What you're looking for. You want me to claim this child you bore, but I know that it was he, not me. And you know just how it's got to be. Lies in your mercy lips. body moves just like the crack of a whip. Blackout sleeve atop your satin bed. You so wish that you could see me dead. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Evil woman, don't play your games with me. Evil woman, don't play your games with me.
Well, that was a little bit more than we bargained for. That I recall that song. That's a good song, and there's a lot of truth to it too. You know, you go all the way back to the beginning of the world. It was an evil woman and a stupid man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Sometimes the graphics on these songs are so unusual or different from the song itself that it's it just strange, I guess, be the way I'd put it. Seems strange anyway. My next request is from The Protoculture. He says, please react to Kill a Priest, One Step Heavy Metal. I couldn't find any lyric videos, sadly, but I suggest you look the lyrics up as they are pretty interesting. Okay, so let me try putting in lyrics and see if I can find one with lyrics. Oh, here we go. What is this now? Okay, here it is. Kill a Priest, One Step lyrics. All right. So, let me get the URL and put that in here because he's saying the lyrics are interesting, so I need to get those so that I can see them. So, I found a lyric version. This is Kill a Priest, One Step lyrics. Let me just double check and make sure that's what he asked for. Kill a Priest, One Step. Yeah, okay. All right. Here we go. Nope. No, that's... no, that can't be it. So let me look at that again. That cannot be it. So let's just... okay. So I tried the lyric version, but that was not it. So I'm switching to this one. This is Kill a Priest, One Step Heavy Metal. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen before I start this up. Yes, I am. Okay. All right. So this is Kill a Priest. Killa, K-I-L-L-A-H. One Step Heavy Metal. Heavy. Oh, it's heavy mental. Oh my goodness, it's heavy mental.
Your arms too short to box with God.
KP, Priest, Iron Sheik, Break Free. See, in these times we gotta take one step forward. Put one foot in front of the other. My brother, yo, Check this out. Early natives related to the thrones of David, captured by some patriots and thrown on slave ships. They strip us naked, while the wise pick their favorite. Lives were wasted in the hands of the hated, driven from the garden. Now we starving in the martyring Sodom. They call it Harlem. Worldly problems got us at the bottom. The earth crisis had the righteous grabbing ice picks, seeking psychics for advices. I stay in ciphers. Our life is connected to the second son of Isaac, which had a tight grip on the heels of his brother, revealed to his mother. The elder should serve the younger. Words heard in thunder. Hell from under rose and plague the glow in hunger. Now it's cold as summers. The soldier slumbers. Behold the number 600, 6 and 3 scores. The same as Esau, who ate his meat raw. In the time before, they climb aboard a dinosaur. Information held behind the doors. We came from the atmosphere. The physical trapped us here. Then they gave us crack and beer. In the back of the stairs. Please adapt your ears. Add or subtract the years. Inform the unwise and watch the sun rise from sunset. None slept. One flesh, one breath, one step.
One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath. One step. One flesh, one breath.
Devil's marvel. They caught us playing with the gold marbles. We wrote novels. Now we live life in the bottle. Before the devil sold me to the unholy, he called my father Toby. I live life amongst the lowly. The president just ordered the Navy to hit the borders of Haiti, slaughter babies from the waters of Euphrates. Maybe they sent germs that polluted our sperm and made us live them circumcised in the serpent eyes, and told us certain lies. And each day a serpent dies, but in the halls of Pharaoh the walls are narrow, and religion is like a prison for the seekers of wisdom. Now freedom, let's feed them. They took the first boat of Jacob to Jamaica, promised us 40 acres and a mule, treated like an animal, understand the Jew. Brought to the 50 states, Deuteronomy 28 verse 68. It all relates. 1555 is when we first arrived. We tell jokes with some get high and watch the fish fry.
One step, one flesh, one breath. 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 One step, one flesh, one breath.
No monument.
Interesting. There was a line in there you probably noticed, it caught my attention. He said, religion is like a prison for those who seek freedom. Truer words were never spoken. There are lots of religions in the world. There's only one God. And if you seek God through religion, you will have a much harder time finding him, because he's hidden behind all sorts of trappings and veils and artifices. God is the creator of the heavens and the earth. He didn't create religion. Man did. And if you study what happened in Acts, they didn't have churches. They just met in people's homes. And they shared the word. And that was the way that God wanted it to be. But we've turned it into a temple and a monstrous being that tries to control us and tell us exactly how we're supposed to worship God and what we're supposed to believe and what we're not supposed to believe. And far too many times religion tells us everybody else is evil. And that is not God's way. As he says in the song, one flesh. We're all one flesh. We all come from the same place. The color of the skin, the color of the eyes, the color of the hair, the length of the body, all those things are just outward appearance. But each of us is called by God to be something great. And when we get religion involved, it's like the way water erodes rocks. It softens the edges. It removes the most prominent parts. It shapes it and forms it into something smooth and pretty useless. That's a fascinating song. I'm going to have to go back and get the lyrics. I actually pulled up a lyric version, but it was not the song. They were just playing music and putting the lyrics on the screen. So I'm going to have to go back and look at those lyrics. But that song has got some genuine truth in it. Definitely genuine truth. It's amazing. I continue to be stunned by how different rap is from what I thought it was because of the way that it's represented in the media. It's just completely different. It really is. It's stunning to me. It really is. I mean, the worst part of it is, I know the media lies to us all the time. I know they do. And yet somehow I believe that one. Wow. I really need to wake up. I really do. My next request is Creatinine Lover 67. My request, Drowned My Life in Fear by Leafhound. And I'm seeing multiple versions. I got it remastered. But usually I try to take the ones that are the official channel for the group, because I think that'll probably be as close to the original as possible. So this is okay. I guess that's the name of their album, Growers of Mushroom, Leafhound. Okay. The name of the song is Drowned My Life in Fear. Let me get the URL real quick so I don't forget that. Drowned My Life in Fear. Okay. Here we go. I'm having fun today. Are you having fun today? Because I'm definitely having fun today. These are great selections.
Blues began to shake that city, yeah.
That was quick. That was very quick. That ending. Gosh, this sounded so familiar. It really did. I couldn't place it, but it's the sound of it, the vibe of it was very familiar to me. It reminds me of something. I just can't tell you what. But something I've heard before. You know, this was for me. This was a kind of a typical 60s, 70s rock sound. I wish that the singer's microphone had been turned up a little bit more because it was kind of hard to hear him over the guitars. And, you know, they probably could have done a better job of that. But overall, it just reminded me a lot of the 60s and 70s. And, gosh, I wish I could tell you what it was, but it was something. I was thinking Jefferson Airplane, but I'm not sure. But anyway, that was interesting. Thank you for asking for that one. The next request that I have is Warhorse 2007. And Warhorse 2007 writes, could you please react to Gonna Be More Suspicious 2025 remaster by Robin Trower? Okay, so that's a separate request. Okay, so I'm just going to have to find this too. Gonna Be More Suspicious by Robin Trower. Okay. Let me go find that one. Okay, 2025. Okay, so that is. Let me get the URL. Make sure I have that. Now, so this is going to be More Suspicious by Robin Trower. Okay.
Here, little old diamond
Wow. That's blues. I mean, that's blues. I love the blues. You know that. That's why you keep asking for it, I guess. But that had the most interesting bass progression that I've heard in a while. And I don't know if I can replicate it. It's boom, 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 boom. It went up and then down instead of going boom, 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 boom. It went boom, 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 boom. Just really cool. If you didn't catch it, go back and play it and listen to it again. It's really cool. It made a big difference in the sound of the song. It was just a really cool way to do. And it puts a twist on it, makes it interesting, gives it a new flavor that you haven't heard before. I just thought that was really great. Let's see. And I like Robin Trower. He's good. He's always been good. But I really like the blues. You know that. So that's why you keep asking for it, I reckon. Let's see. I got my next request. What is going on here? Okay. All right. Is from one and only LV9. And I just have a URL. I don't have a song name. So I got to put that in and go find it. And is this an ad? Yes, this is an ad. Okay. Sometimes, you can't tell if it's an ad or not. Okay, this says Babylon Anime OST, A Given, and then in parentheses it says I Magasi. All right. I really enjoyed that. That was fascinating. It was like they were weaving in layers in a tapestry, and it just kept adding more and more sound and different kinds of sounds. I loved the bass drum. Boy, that was cool. I really enjoyed that, and the underlying sound just throughout the whole thing gave it a complex structure, a simple structure on a complex building, and it was like, wow, what else are they going to do? What else are they going to add in here? This is really cool. It was really, really enjoyable to listen to. I love that it's an instrumental, not singing. It had some elements to it that were bright and some that were not so bright. It was really, really fascinating, woven together. Whoever wrote this is really, really talented. That's fascinating stuff. Really is. Thank you for asking for that one. Okay. My next request. You know, you have to, I don't know. I was going to say, you have to forgive my fans. Some of them are so crazy. This one goes by, this is his handle on YouTube now. Now, you know, he chose this. Shmael Paul Luza Fan. And he asked for Bachman Turner Overdrive. Give me your money, please. A song about a dude getting robbed 3 times. You could tell this was a Canadian band because the robber says, please. Are you kidding me now? This is how you know it's Canadian, because the robber said, please. Oh my God. Come on now. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Let me get the URL. Oh my God, that's funny. That is funny. That really is funny. Okay. So, this next song is Bachman Turner Overdrive. Give me your money, please. Okay.
From deep in the darkness, and his mouth came on real mean.
See, that's just good old rock and roll is what that is. That's just good old rock and roll, and it's right smack dab in the center of it. That's good stuff. You know, there must be hundreds of songs similar to this one, and every one of them makes you want to get up and dance. Every single one of them puts a smile on your face. And that's one of the things about music that's so great, is that it can change your mood. It can make you feel better about yourself, better about life, better about everything. My next request is Leg of Lamb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a very interesting progressive rock band that you may enjoy. Chord Change, new remixed. This is from 1976. Okay, and he gave me a URL, so we're in business like Flint. All right. Okay. So we just have to listen through an ad. Okay. So, okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the name of this group is Camel. And the name of the song is Chord Change. It says new remixed 2023. Well, I really like the way they changed the pace in the middle of it. And I love the guitar work. Just really, really nice guitar work. That was a very pleasant sound too. Very lovely melody. And I also like the way that they let the different players do their own solos, like the organ and or piano, whatever it is, and the lead guitar, and the doublets. The doublets. When the guitar player was playing, he was playing two notes at the same time. That ain't easy to do. That takes two fingers on two different strings and striking them both at the same time. Got to be good to do that. I like that. That was enjoyable. That was really pleasant stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. We're getting up to the time where I'm going to have to stop, but not quite yet. Okay. Dazzle1101 says, react to I Can See Inside Your Head by Orang Otan. And he says, I dedicate this song to Elongated Orangutan 200, which is the handle of one of the other guys that comes to my Sunday shows. I can see inside your head. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Let me get the URL here. Okay. All right. Okay. So, this is dedicated to Elongated Orangutan 200. I can see inside your head, orangutan. All right. Here we go.
And every time we go to bed,
Well, I really like the beat of that one. The boop 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 boop. Like that a lot. Couldn't catch too much of what the singer was singing. A little bit of it, but it was just a great. I don't know, the combination of all the instruments moving at the same time just made it more impactful in my mind. It was enjoyable. It's great stuff. Hey, we're going to keep going, you know that? I can't get them all, but I can get some of them. Steampunk Ryan says, please do a reaction to Siberian Kaitru. What? Okay, here we go. I got the whole thing in here now. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, wait. Did I get the URL for that? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, now I got to go back and copy this over again because I just erased it. All right. Siberian Katu 2025. Wait a minute. See if which one he wants. Yeah, 2025 Steve Wilson remix by Yes. Okay, here we go. But it doesn't say by Yes. I'm just going to go with this one. I hope it's the right one. This is a good example of why you should give me the URL, because I'm just not sure I've got the one you want, but we're going to listen to it. All right. So, okay. It is by Yes. Okay, good. So this is Siberian. Okay, hold on a minute. Siberian Katru 2025 Steve Wilson remix by Yes. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. I'm not, of course. So I got to get to the right screen or you won't be able to hear a thing. All right, here we go finally. was hoping to do more, but that one went long, and I'm going to have to quit. It'll take me a while to get this uploaded. When I do, it will have the index in it so that you can find the songs that you want to listen to. And before I go, I got to thank you again for coming to my channel. Thank you for your support. And I thank God for watching over you, keeping you safe from harm, protecting you, and helping you to learn to walk with Him closer and closer every day. Because God is the only way. And I pray for that for every single person that you love as well. So until tomorrow, this is the Vietnam era vet signing off.